Viewers, you are welcome to Abia Fact Studio. On set with me to discuss the affairs of the state as it concerns the welfare of the citizenry today is none other than the man I usually refer to as Ambassador. He is Mr. Charles Ndudim. Mr. Charles Ndudim will be our guest today on Abia Facts Hotspots, our magazine program. Mr. Charles, you're welcome to Abia Facts Studio.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, Mr. Charles, first of all, I have to welcome you back to Nigeria after a short while abroad. How was your trip?
My trip was well. As you know, I have engagement in South Africa and I work in Nigeria, so I'm always going between the two countries, the two powerhouses.
I saw you. I learned about the opening of the Dome
Entertainment Center in
Abuja.
Yes.
It was a massive one. What's that? What's the Dome all about?
The Dome is the first entertainment spot in Abuja. Period. It's shut down for almost 5 years, and came back strong with a hotel, with a bowling center, like first world facilities that are within the Dome. And some of us, the Dome means much to us. If you were in Abuja many years ago, since 2003, 4, 5, you know, you see that the Dome means a lot to so many people. So the fact that it actually came back, you know, got the whole city.
I got one.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the Dome was just a new crash, a new concept. I never knew it existed before now.
The Dome was the first ever entertainment spot that Abuja ever had.
That's a beautiful one. Right. Now you are back to Abia. How long have you been spending this time around?
Well, I've come basically on your invitation. I want to first personally applaud you. I know what it has taken for the Abia Facts to be where you are, and I have come to lend my personal support. Being a media person myself, I've come to lend my support and congratulate you and pledge that this studio that you have started here will be a shining light in this world.
We are really honored. Thank you very much. Now that you're in the States, how will you assess the present government of Abia State under Dr. Ikpeazu? Having given 3 years and in office, how will you assess the general performance of the government, given our background, where we are coming from?
You know, I'm not a politician, so it's whenever you have things to say about politics, I watch on Facebook and all of that stuff going on there. Politicians are always defensive. They don't like criticism of any sort. So we stay on Facebook, and some of us, when you comment, they call you a Facebook politician, and you kind of ask them, why are you on Facebook yourself? But you know, we are concerned Abians. This is our home. There is no other home that we will ever have. No matter where you go in the world, no matter how successful you are in the world, this is home. Home calls you all the time. I was telling a friend of mine, I said, when they complain about not paying salaries, when you come in and your auntie, who is a principal, have not been paid for 6 months, 7 months, and they call you overseas, how do they survive? What is the consumer spending ability in a place where salaries are not paid? You find out that the international community, that is we, the sons that have been sent abroad, we always have that link to home. If it's $20 that you send, if it's $100, when you pull all of that together and it's concentrated and it's channeled into one place, then that becomes the revolving consumer spending ability so we have a say. Everybody that is overseas, that is sending money here, has a say, and that is what I probably will be representing in my conversation with you today. We are just concerned. We are not politicians. I'm not a politician. Whatever they do, I'm not a card-carrying member of any party, but I'm concerned about the well-being of our people. Our mothers are still dying from the same diseases they died in many, many years ago in the 21st century political setting. The same things that used to kill people, the same roads that you used to ply, the same potholes that you used to see are still there. This place was built by Mbakwe as far as I can remember. We still ply on the same roads. And we feel that we are beginning to deplete our resources. The seed capital that God has given us through the federal whatever, we are depleting that seed capital that we need to invest in the future of our children, of our children's children, because we will all live here and die. M.I. Okpara is gone. All of those people are gone. We continue to sing their praises today because of they lived beyond themselves. They live beyond themselves. They live for humanity. You go to Cross River State and they tell you, MI did this. And just for the fact that you come from where MI comes from gives you a sense of pride. I've been working in Cross River now for 13 years. It is because of people like MI that I can stand tall in Cross River State, and because of what they come to tell you about MI that I didn't even know about.
Really?
Yes. Everything they point to, you say, when M.I. Okpara did this, when M.I. Okpara did that. So why is it that we have it in us to be better, and we are not? We choose not to be better. We have become very sectional. When I was growing up in Abia State, I did not know who is Ngwa, who is Ibeku, who is this, who is that. We are Abians. We were in Imo State, and Mbakwe being from Obo built here. But now what I see that is brewing from the Ojuzokala era to the Ochendo era to now, this era is, I'm from Ibeku. I'm from Ngwa. We have become sectional. So if you want to be a sectional leader, go and run for local government. But if you want to be a governor, this is a governor of a state that oversees everybody's welfare. Do you understand? So these things I'm touching are things that they are things that are formulating our policy going forward. Because if our policy is for Abians, then everything in Abia should be widespread. But if the policy is because my brother is here and my brother is there, then you see the praise singers around the governor or around the decision maker is the reason why development is stunted.
If you look across the state, now if you drive around the state, there are billboards that shows Dr. Ikpeazu, Chief Sam Mbakwe, and Dr. Ikpeazu, comparing them, in terms of performance and all that. To me, I think the governor is trying to imitate those governors that lived at the time, how they did things. That's my reasoning. But what's your impression? I have no.
The first time I met Dr. Ikpeazu before he became governor, he's well versed. When you get into a discussion with him, he's very detailed. He's not somebody that operates from nowhere. He's very detailed. He knew we went to him, we had a chat with him. He knew every nook and cranny in Aba. Which, when he became governor, I was not surprised that he had to make Aba his, because it was highly needed. Aba needed to open up because that economy alone, since it was based in 2007, it was based at $11.6 billion. If the commercial hub, if we are in a state where we have a GDP of $11.6 billion, that's a GDP of a country. And we are not even tapping into that. So we needed that infrastructural development in Aba. But that cannot be your sole purpose. A Lagos state government have over 100 consultants. A leader cannot know it all. If your vision is to have a caterpillar revolution like he calls it, then that's your vision. How about the palm oil revolution that can go hand in hand with that? How about the industrial revolution that can go hand in hand?
We have a mushroom plant.
That's well and good. If we have a mushroom plant, I mean, agriculture is the way to go. But what I'm trying to say to you is that it cannot be a one-way developmental policy, like, okay, we build road, then everybody must go and die because we are facing about Omoahe will not have street lights, the street lights will not work because you're facing about they will not pick up the dirt on the street. That's a wrong policy. You understand? For some of us who believed in him, because his story was more of the story of David in the Bible. You understand? Nobody expected it was going to be him. And when Samuel visited the house of Jesse, everybody lined up and he said, where is that other one in the field? And that one in the field came and did wonders. And that's what people like me that supported him, that gave money. I didn't support him at first because I didn't want the continuity of this anointing. The anointed. I didn't support him at first. But after engaging with him, I saw that, there is God's hand in there somewhere. But he is allowing some praise singing, the same old tactics. When you are a governor, they cage you from your house, cage you into the car, cage you from the car, cage you into your office, cage you out of your office, cage you back into the car, into the office, into an occasion. Wherever you're going, they're caging you. So the reality of the moment, whether the people are suffering or whatever, you don't feel that impulse anymore. I've walked around governments in Nigeria and everywhere else to know what I'm telling you. So you need to really unmask yourself and remember that there's a legacy in front of you tomorrow. That there is something, that there are people that matter. The people for which you have been called, that you are called to serve. It's not about you being in the cars and making noise, siren that here and there. That's old. Unmask yourself. Look at the miracle of Ebonyi, and I call it the miracle of Ebonyi. Yeah. We never saw it on the newspapers. We never knew what was going on there. All of a sudden, boom, it was unveiled to us. That is what we should be tackling. That's what we should be doing. That is what this governor, and I believe in him, I still do. And I've told people who want to run for politics and stuff, it's a waste of our resources. Because, check it out, the lawyers, the justices of Nigeria, they like Abia politics.
INEC and all that.
And INEC, they like Abia politics because 2-3 years, they are still feeding off of Abia's money, our development, our seed money. Because the governor will have to get all the sons in the world to defend them. They have to pay the justices, they have to pay bribes, they have to pay whatever they need to pay to stay on point. And 3 years, we'll lose again. So I actually want this governor to continue.
But you sound disappointed in his activities.
I sound disappointed that he's allowing the noise. There is so much noise and sectional noise around him that is not allowing him to tap into the developmental, into the resources that God has blessed Abia with. And if he does that, and it's in the people. Abia has people all over the world in the health sector. Our parents cannot be dying. My mother died out of internal bleeding at FMC. Okay? Another person's mother doesn't need to die that way. We can do something about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? People don't need to be hungry. People don't need to go unpaid. We need to create industries. And how do you do that? Is to tap into some of us that are Abians. We are well connected. We have the network. I was appointed to come into Abia State as under the Abia Investment Summit. We started that, and just like that, we got everybody involved, and the next thing, boom, it became another whirlwind is gone. So, but you turn on your TV and you are looking at a 50 million naira, what is it called, advertorial on Channels TV or AIT and all of that. That's a waste. We need to put in our seed money where it matters. Get the consultants in here that is going to change Abia for good. I am concerned about this state. We have had repeated negative governments. It is time that we begin to tap into the Abia of our dreams. Yeah. I know Kezie can do that.
You are an entertainment expert, that I know. How will you... What would be your assessment of the entertainment industry under Okezie's watch within the past 3 years? Has it improved? Is it dying? Is there anything we can do to change the narrative as it is today?
First and foremost, in every world, as you know, entertainment goes with everything. Entertainment is the mirror image of every economy. A lot of people overlook it, but we can even see now that in the Nigerian economy, entertainment is built to surpass even oil going forward, and Abia cannot be any different. We've started to open up some entertainment spots in Abia. We've come to do our bit here, but you know there are certain things that will always affect the growth of entertainment in Abia State. We don't have hotels in Abia. Abia is deeply rural, and when you talk about rural, like driving into Abia, sometimes you ask yourself, this is an old city. You know, even Benin City, even Nebonyi, even all these places have opened up. But when you're coming back home, it's very depressing sometimes. So, you know, who are you going to bring here? Where are they going to sleep? That is why the governor cannot do it alone. He cannot do it alone. He needs to get the right hands around to join him in this effort of rebuilding Abia for good. And rebuilding Abia, yes, we congratulate him on his caterpillar revolution in Aba as he tags it. But rebuilding Abia involves people from all walks of life. Entertainment, both in the entertainment sector, but in the health sector, but in the agricultural sector. He needs experts and consultants that will help him pull these energies that can come here and turn this place around.
Yeah, Charles, you've spoken so well of about you've spoken knowledgeably about the entertainment sector and how it needs to be improved. What do you think now, given the opportunity? If you had met Ikpeazu to the governor of Abia State, what would you do differently to improve this sector?
Get out of the cage. It's just 8 years. I'm sure the governor knows by now that 3 years or whatever is just gone by in a flash. Yeah. Get out of the cage. Those men around you are not the ones that will have the name, whether it be good or bad name. They will fall off. I've been there, I've seen it. You know, the way they fall off, you will not even believe that your house is the same house that you used to be in. If Okezie is not governor tomorrow, what he will see in his house the next day, he will not believe it. People will vacate to the next spot. So it's better. He understands that. get into why God called him at this particular time. There is a reason why amongst everybody in Abia, Dr. Ikpeazu is the governor of Abia today. There is a reason for that. And he should tap into that, get the noise out of him, and get the right people around him that will help him change Abia for good. That's my best advice for him, because everybody around him is around you for a reason. All those people around you are around you for a reason. They're around you they cage you so that they can have access. They can have access from other people. Making money is usually their own game. But ultimately, why I'm concerned about those people is not, I don't have anything in particular about that's how the system is built. But I have been around leaders that worked. I've really been around people that decided to, do positive things, and they have done remarkable things that will outlive them. And this was what they did. They silenced the noise, because ovation can derail you, can distract you. They silence the noise and tap into their God-given potential and get the right people around them. No man is an island. Nobody can know it all. Whether you are the leader, you have the vision, you need the support system to bring your vision to reality.
Now, getting down to our constituency, the home state constituency, my not state constituency, particular. We have a representative who has been our leader in the house, who represented us within the period that has been in the house. How well do you think has done, given the past representative we have had in the house?
People have expectations. When you come to an environment where the politics, our traditional political system, have been dismantled, what Kelechi should be doing, Honorable Kelechi Onuzike should be doing, is to pass laws and defend the laws and our entitlements within the House of Assembly. It's not his job to be doing road projects or any other project. But hey,
it's our system, yeah.
Yeah, but our system.
If you don't do it, you don't know what you went there for.
Exactly.
But that's the only thing with.
But the local government chairman, they are supposed to be. Those are their responsibilities. Yes. All those other people, those are their responsibilities. His responsibility is to make law. So I don't envy where he is. And given our system, again, that is not, our system it needs to be overhauled. If we want to really get to the people, it has to start. That's why I keep saying the governor, because he's absolute. In this kind of environment, the governor's authority is absolute. The monies for local government go to them. Everything goes to them. So he's absolute. What do you now expect a house member to do? Sometimes I go to visit him. His doors are open. Every day somebody is sick, somebody needs to be bailed out of jail, somebody needs to pay their school fees. Mothers are there, fathers are there on a daily basis. And to be quite honest, I told him I can't do what you do, man, because I also understand the resources. That what people are thinking about the resources is not how it is. So, given where he is, I think he's doing a good job. But the structures does not allow for our people to really get the help they need. People will definitely complain, because Honorable Kelechi is not going to do what he doesn't have within himself to do. So people are always going to complain. But if they begin to restructure this stuff from where it matters, whereby the local government, the 3 tiers of government, begin. Yes, everything starts working. Everything starts working. If I find a pothole, I know where to go to. If I don't have water to drink, I know where to go to. I know who to go and hold. How can you go and hold a lawmaker whose job is to sit in the house on a daily basis and make sure that they promulgate laws that affect you the right way? and you get what is coming to you. So how can you go and hold him responsible? His job is to sit in the house and make laws.
Yeah, his job is also your welfare.
Huh?
Your welfare is part of his job as well.
Your welfare is part of his job, but when he's not in charge of the budget for your welfare, somebody else is sitting with it.
He represents you. He tells the government, this is the welfare, this is the budget for Uchagoro in the state's appropriation for 2017.
And where does that money come to afterwards?
Yes.
Or where does it go to? When they send it to Abuja, it comes to a commissioner of chieftaincy and local government affairs. Then the government decides where that money spreads to from there. And they decide what they... It's a messed up system. Our traditional council system, everywhere is messed up. Everywhere, all those traditional institutions that used to guard our values and morals and principles and our way of life, if I commit something, you understand, there is a place where you can take me to in our community and you sit me down there and they will talk to me. And if I'm owing you, I go and bring it because of the quality and the integrity of people sitting in front of you. Politics have messed everything up completely.
Today, looking at the nation holistically, what would you say about the government at the center?
I am not so concerned about anymore about, we belong to Nigeria, obviously. But in Nigeria, I fight for being an Igbo. Okay? I fight and I probably win that fight because I am a passionate Igbo man. I come home and I fight for being an Ohoho man inside Abia. And somebody, you know, like it never stops.
Isn't that parochialism?
Where does it stop? Think about it. Where does it stop? You come back in Nigeria, we are fighting this basket. Nigeria is a big basket. We are fighting to be Abia. We are fighting to be Nigeria. You are fighting to belong in this Nigeria, fighting for your own space as an Abia in Nigeria. Then you come back as an Abian. Instead of us consolidating on what we have gone to fight for, we become sectional. I'm from Ishialangwa, North. I am from this one. I am from that one. What has gone wrong with us? I think that is where the problem is. Huh? Something has definitely gone wrong in our system. We need to rethink the way we view each other. We need to rethink it. Because somebody else, if we are made governor tomorrow, me as an Oho man will come and say it's a Oho town.
Yes.
We block everybody else from approaching the table. So if there is any help or any development that is supposed to be coming based on somebody's you know, then we'll stop it. We'll not even want to receive it because he's from Ibeko.
Yes.
Or he's from Ohafia, or he's from Ibere.
Yes.
So that is one of the major problems I've seen here in Abia State. Like everybody, we come back home, instead of fighting the Abia battle together, we become sectional. And that affects the leaders too, because all he surrounds himself are people that, you know, I cannot overstate that.
So within the next 1 minute, we just have a few minutes to go. In 1 minute, in just a minute, what would you advise to the present government under the Ikpeazu?
Get out of the cage. Once again, get out of the cage. God called you for a reason. My governor, Dr. Ikpeazu, I've met you twice. I met you in Southern Sun in Lagos some time ago. And I believe in the calling, because if it was left for anybody, nobody would have given it to you. And for that reason, God has called you for a reason. This little time you have left, you have the best hands that can help you achieve anything you want to achieve in Abia. You can turn this Abia into something that your name will resound in history for. That stuff I saw there with the picture of the governor with M.I. Akbara, then he would really earn it. Right now, I don't think he has earned to be on that banner. because that banner, those people are dead. We are the ones that put their faces there. M.I. Okpara never put his statue there. He never, even where he could, he never put his statue there. It is we now that have seen what he's done.
Based on his performance.
Based on his performance, we go and put a statue for him. That is how it's supposed to be. Work, my father always says, he says, work and live with eternity in view.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Time is up. I hope to have you some other time whenever you're going to Nigeria.
Thank you, my brother, and may God bless Abia Facts.
Yeah.
Thank you.